Welcome back with a new math tutorial. In this video we'll know how we can add and subtract two unlike fractions. As we talked before about the fraction, it's a part of a whole one. Like fractions are the fractions which have the same denominator. So the unlike fractions, the fraction which have different denominators. So to add or subtract any fraction, they must have the same denominator. So what if we have here 1 over 2, we need to add it to 1 over 4. If you look at the denominator, you will find that we have different denominators. So the idea that we need to make a common denominator. We can make a common denominator by using the LCM. So how we can find it? Just take the first number here, which is 2. 2 is equals to because it's a prime number. So just factorize the number to its prime factors. And 4 is equals 2 times 2. So we need to find the LCM will be equals from each one column. I'll take just one number. From the second column, I'll just take one number, so it will be equals 4. So the least common denominator now will be 4. I will rewrite the question with the same denominator, which is 4. Now 2 becomes 4. 2 becomes 4 if you multiply it by 2. So 1 times 2 equals 2. 4 becomes 4. There is no change. I will write the numerator without any change. Now we have here 4. Just to add the numerator together, so it will be equal to 3. So 1 over 2 plus 1 over 4 equals 3 over 4. Again for 1 over 6 plus 2 over 3. We know that 6 is equals 2 multiplied by 3. And 3 is a prime number, so it will be equal to 3. Don't write two different numbers under each other. So to find the LCM will be equals from each one column, take one number. We have here also 3, so just write 3. So it will be equals 2 times 3 equals 6. So the denominator now will be equal to 6. So I will rewrite the question. 6 plus 6. The first denominator is the same, there is no change, so I will write 1. The second denominator here, 3 becomes 6, that's if you multiply it by 2. So 2 times 2 equals 4. Now we need to add 1 over 6 plus 4 over 6. They have the same denominator, so just write 6, and 1 plus 4 equals 5. Again for question number 3. If you look at question number 3, we have 9 over 10 plus negative 1 over 2. So for the first number, which is 10, by writing here the prime factors, it will be equals 2 multiplied by 5. And 2 is a prime number, so its factors 2. So from each one column, I will take just one number. From the second column, I will take 5. So 2 times 5 equals 10. So I'll just make here the denominator equals 10. So that will be for the first fraction, 10 plus. Write negative, and the second also will be 10. The first fraction, there is no change, so I will just write 9. The second fraction from 2 becomes 10 if you multiply it by 5. So 1 times 5 equals 5. Now it will be equals. Just write 10. If you look at the first fraction here, it's positive. 9 is positive value, and 5 is negative. 9 is greater than 5, so the answer will be positive. The two numbers with different signs, so I will subtract them. 9 minus 5 equals 4. So 4 over 10 is not the simplest form. We can simplify it. If you divide 4 by 2, it will be equals 2. And 10 divided by 2 equals 5. So the answer in the simplest form will be equals 2 over 5. For question number 4, 1 over 4 plus 3 over 8. So we have here 4 is equals 2 times 2. And 8 is equals 2 times 2 times 2. Just factorize the number. Find two numbers. If you multiply them, the answer will be equals 8, which is 2 and 4. 2 is a prime number. 4 is equals 2 times 2. So we have here 8 is equals 2 times 2 times 2. And that's how we can factorize any number. Now we need to find the LCM. So to find the LCM from each one column, I'll just take one number. So we have 2 times 2 times 2. 2 times 2 times 2, which equals 8. So the LCM for the two numbers now will be equals 8. I will just write here 8 plus 8. For the first fraction, 4 becomes 8 if you multiply it by 2. So 1 times 2 equals 2. 8 becomes 8, there is no change, so I will write the numerator without any change. Now we have here 8. 2 plus 3 equals 5. So the answer now in the simplest form will be 5 over 8. In question number 6, we have negative 3 over 4 plus 5 over 9 plus 7 over 4. If you look at the three fractions, you will find that we have here two fractions with the same denominator, like fractions, and one is different. So write all of the like fractions together in one group. So it will be negative 3 over 4 plus 7 over 4. That will be the first group plus 5 over 9 will be equals. Write 4 without any change. Now we have here 3 is negative, 7 is positive. The two numbers with different sign, the greatest number is positive, so the answer will be positive. The two numbers with different signs, so I will subtract them. 7 minus 3 equals 4 plus 5 over 9. 4 over 4 which equals 1. So 1 plus 5 over 9. If you add any whole number plus a fraction, it will be converted to be mixed, will be equals 1 and 5 over 9. For any whole number plus a fraction, just write them beside each other, so you'll find that the answer will be equals 1 and 5 over 9. Again for question number 7. If you look at number 7, you will find 2 over 5 plus 4 over 7 plus 3 over 5. Now we have two like fractions and one is different. So I will just write here 2 over 5 plus 3 over 5 plus 4 over 7 will be equal. If you add the first two fractions, you will find that we have here 5 plus 4 over 7. 2 plus 3 equals 5. 5 over 5 which equals 1 plus 4 over 7. If you add 1 plus 4 over 7, you will find that the answer in the simplest form 1 and 4 over 7. Again for question number 8. You will find that we have here two like fractions. So we just write them beside each other. So we have negative 3 over 10 plus 23 over 10 plus 5 over 8. So the first group now, I'll just write 10. Negative 3 plus 23. The greatest number is positive, so the answer is positive. One positive and one negative, so subtract them. 23 minus 3 equals 20. Plus 5 over 8. 20 over 10 will be equals 2. Plus 5 over 8. So the answer in the simplest form now will be equals 2 and 5 over 8. So if you have any three fractions and we have two like fractions and one is different, just add the two like fractions together, simplify them, then add it to the third number. Now in question number 9, we have here negative 2 over 3 minus 1 over 2. If you need to add or subtract, they must have the same denominator. The two denominators are different. So all what we have to do just, we can make a common denominator. 3 is a prime number, so it will be equal 3. 2 is a prime number, so we can't write two different numbers under each other, so I'll just leave a space and write 2. From each one column, I'll just take one number, so we have here 3 multiplied by 2 would be equal 6. So the LCM now would be equal 6. So we have here and 6. The first number is negative, so we'll just write negative. 3 becomes 6 if you multiply it by 2. So 2 times 2 equals 4. 2 becomes 6 if you multiply it by 3. So 1 multiplied by 3 equals 3. Now we have here the same denominator. So just write it. Both numbers are negative, so the answer will be negative. And 4 plus 3, because the two numbers have the same sign, I will just add them. 4 and 3 equals 7. If you look at the fraction, you will find that the numerator is greater than the denominator, so we can't leave it, we need to simplify it. To simplify the number, you need to write it as a mixed number. You can write any improper fraction as a mixed by using long division. So I will just divide. We will divide here 7 divided by 6. 7 divided by 6, the closed number will be equals 1, because 1 multiplied by 6 equals 6. 1 up and 6 down by subtract equals 1. So the number now will be equals in the simplest form. Just write negative. The whole number is 1. And the remainder, which is the numerator, will be equals 1. And we divide by 6. Just write the denominator without any change. So the answer in the simplest form will be equals negative 1 and 1 over 6. Again for this question. In this question, I'll just find the LCM for the two numbers, then convert both of them to be equivalent fractions. You will find that the two numbers are negative, so the answer will be negative. Then the two numbers have the same sign. I will just add the numerator together, so it will be negative 7 over 6. Because the numerator is greater than the denominator, it's an improper fraction. So to write it as a mixed number, just using the long division, the whole number now, the quotient will be the whole number, and the remainder will be the numerator, and the divisor will be the denominator. And that's how we can convert any improper fraction to be mixed number. That's all about adding and subtracting two unlike fractions.